Well, shit. I should have known that there was going to be something big before a break. Yeah, there's a break after this chapter because it's Golden Week time, so this is a double chapter. I think. Revelation often appears before a break or by the end of the volume. I didn't think it was going to happen like right now. What's even more bizarre is that it's the same chapter number of the arrival of Eto in her monster form. Ishida has us like a damn fiddle. In other words, this chapter stunned me. I should start rereading the series before I miss anything else. It's coming back to me. The thought of Red coming to an end. This has the same atmosphere as Eteku Rei arc, from revealing the main boss of one organization to the slaughterhouse of one location. Even the last chapter count could land as the last volume. It's possible that Ishida could extend more, though I think he's revealing a lot of key moments before we take a long break and gear up for the final part. But enough of speculation, let's get back to the chapter review. I was thrown off with this chapter's twist, though after collecting some points from the previous chapters, it's eerily hinted that I couldn't believe I didn't see it. It reminds me of Attack on Titan, where a minor moment means way more than you could have possibly imagined. At this rate, I might as well read a panel for the next 15 minutes just to see if I'm missing anything. Admittedly, I read the chapter thinking it's a flashback of Roma, and possibly her death is around the corner. So I was like, yes, it's time. It's finally time for her to die. It changes the more I read her disturbing flashback. At first, I thought it could be someone else, since it has that vibe of a person who is far above everyone in terms of creating chaos for her own amusement. It has the mind of a serial killer that created this piece disturbing, including after killing a human no longer satisfied her, she started killing her own kind. When I read I Created Clowns, I was beginning to think that I was reading someone else's flashback, but to my surprise, it's referring to Roma. Yes, that age threw me off as well. Man, how many series I'm referring has them looking young, yet their age is way more than I expected? Answer? A lot. I did like the cross of her flashback and initially the past introduction of Rio, the ghoul from the video game. I don't know if we will get more out of him, but it's a good start to introduce the character that not many will be familiar with, so it keeps it a mystery and perhaps dive in further when the time requires it. He also crossed paths with Roma, hence why she recruited him. What's crazy is how everything is actually tied in well that I should have thought about it. For example, Roma appeared at Eteku after Kokkilia was breached. I recall that Uta mentioned about the boss a long time ago, and I remember it was around 32.5, but at that time, Donato was locked up. So who was he referring to then? Was it her? I also like that one last hint of who she really is with her meeting with Furita. I think the reflection of his notebook probably indicated that he is related to the one who put her down in the first place, which I can see why she laughed about it. From start to finish with Roma's focus, I got nothing but disturbing vibe, and it only topped it off with her transformation scene. I'm convinced that you're a triple S ghoul if your final form is a monstrous form, though it is fitting for her character. So all this time, it was her that Tsunayoshi, the former chairman of CCG, defeated a long time ago. And that one got me. I had to look back at chapter 82 of part 1, and I was just stunned on what all of this really reflected on. The only bad part is that the character I hated is now revealed to be the worst of the worst, that I have to wait long for someone to kill her. Ishida. Why? Speaking of disturbance, I found Uri's monologue rather sad. He pretty much given up and believed that his time is up. I can't blame him here because they are up against a really powerful ghoul and there's only one man that can stand. I mean, he was a bit confident, but God, his spirit is crushed. Iwao protecting him got me awed but terrified for his life. I love his integrity, but damn it, I'm going to hate to witness this. It's more of a setup with 24 Ward Raid, and because there's a break next week as well as the volume is only getting started, which is not good, it's reasonable to build up more with his action. Besides, it could prevent me from thinking the worst possibility after the first half stunned me. Toka being the prime target doesn't suit me well at all. I don't think she will die, but she has more to lose, and that bothers me a lot. Yomo's words to Toka is a really nice moment, reminding the thought of their last interaction back in part 1. What a nice uncle. Don't do it, Ishida. It's truly like that arc after all, but now more characters could die. I fear for Yomo because even though he was close to dead in his last battle, it doesn't mean his death card is gone. Here's hoping he can withstand against both Musuki and Ora. So how to end the chapter with people forming a prayer circle? Well, that's rather easy to do. You just have to have Toka in a red alert situation with Hajime blocking her path. Oh, there you go. Now we're all in a praying circle. Thank you, Ishida. That's very kind of you. Oh, and congrats on the movie release. Yeah. Hopefully things will go alright, but knowing the volume is still young, there's going to be more mayhem and perhaps more surprises. The artwork is pretty well done. The atmosphere is grim, with Urie's loss of hope, people are getting slaughtered at 24 Ward, and even how Roma presented herself. Her dialogues does portray her age, though her shift to her kid-friendly tone now feels creepy. Hell, the way she formed her face back to normal was freaky. I knew it was supposed to be a kill shot, but after a series of games, she is going for the grand finale on Urie. Her transformation design, or as they called it, the dodgy mutter, fits her well, even for its oddly shaped form. It's pretty much like a giant beansprout with a freaking mouth, like a boss level for Dark Souls or any of the RPG games. Clowns. Maybe this is the year of anti-clown. I mean, we got that It movie coming around, so yeah, maybe I'm starting to hate clown too. This is a pretty interesting chapter. I don't know what to expect for the next couple of chapters, and while that is a good thing, it still got me wishing to know the future. This chapter has a really good revelation of Roma, alarming cliffhangers such as with Iwao protecting Urie and Hajime confronting Toka. Enjoy that break while you can, guys, because when we come back, we are in for some emotional roller coaster ride. I'm giving this chapter an 8. So I didn't know that we was going to have a break next week, but since that is the case, well, at least I could ease down with the whole revelation. And it's funny because I thought at first it was like, where did this come from? But going back to the older chapters, like everything else for this series, you actually can find the puzzle yourself and it's like, what the hell? You really gotta reboot the anime. You can't really do season 3 when you're missing so many key elements. It's just not possible now. You just have to reboot the anime. What are your thoughts of this chapter? Which side are you looking forward to the most? We got like a lot of things going on. We have Yomo going against Musuki and Ora, Toka about to go against Hajime or run away somewhere else. We'll see what happens there. And we got Iwao protecting Urie that could lead to his death, and that's going to suck so bad. Anything could happen. I'm just hoping a CCG member will come out of nowhere and just save them, like Suzuya or the other Q squad. It's so many things to think about. It's exciting, yet pretty damn cruel. Is there a reason for all of this, Ishida? Is there? And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel, and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.